you guys, and welcome back to Hot Girls Eat Carbs. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're out on your hot girl walk, cleaning your kitchen, or just lying in bed scrolling. This is your little reset moment with me. It has honestly been such a busy week between work, training, social events, and different projects. I don't even know how I've had so many plans. I feel like I haven't even had a minute to breathe. My sleep has definitely started to slip because of it, and my days have just been so full on. I've been so flat out working on something really exciting too. I actually fly to Australia for it next week. I can't share too much yet, but hopefully I will be able to fill you in soon. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this episode today, because I know how busy life can get when we've got a million things going on and juggling everything at once. And when trying to eat healthy or stay consistent with fitness can feel like the hardest thing. So I wanted to share some of the hacks that have helped me and my clients stay on track even with the busiest seasons. So hopefully this helps you feel like it's possible even when life is flat out. But before we jump in, if you are loving this podcast, it would mean the world if you could hit the follow and give the show a 5-star rating and leave a little review. It helps this cozy community grow, and it's the best way for me to know what is resonating with you guys. So let's get into it. When life feels nonstop, the biggest thing I've learned is waiting for a quiet week or the perfect time just doesn't exist. There is always going to be something: work deadlines, social events, kids, projects, travel, and if you're waiting for life to calm down before you start, you're going to be waiting forever. The real hack is shifting your mindset away from that all or nothing into what can I actually do today that moves me forward, even if it's small. Because honestly, the small things are the ones that add up when you are so busy. And for me, this really hit home when I was working a full-time desk job, commuting and trying to lose weight at the same time. I remember thinking, how on earth am I supposed to meal prep, exercise, and keep my social life going when I'm already exhausted from work? And truthfully, there were these days where I couldn't do everything, but I realized that doing something, even if it was just getting my steps in or swapping a takeaway lunch for something I'd prepped at home, I was still progressing. And I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to be consistent. And that's when I started focusing on my non-negotiables. Simple things like getting my steps in, even if I had no time for a full workout. Prepping 1 or 2 key meals so I always had something ready when I got home late. Keeping my water bottle on my desk and actually drinking from it. Prioritizing sleep where I could because being well rested made every other habit easier. And here's the thing, those little habits stacked up. I lost weight, I built confidence, and started creating routines that still support me today. It wasn't about doing everything perfectly. It was about asking, what's the one thing I can do today that keeps me moving forward? And that mindset shift takes so much pressure off. You don't feel like you're failing when you can't tick every box. You start to see that every small win matters. And when life is busy, that's what actually makes the difference. So I wanted to jump into some food hacks. Because honestly, this is where most people get tipped up when life gets busy. And if you've had one of those weeks where you're flat out and you end up living off coffee and convenience food, I get it. I've been there. But with a few small hacks, you can make it so much easier to stay on track without spending hours in the kitchen. So let's get into it. Prep smart, not hard. Meal prep doesn't have to mean cooking 21 meals in one go. Nobody has time for that. What I like to do is prep my veggies as soon as I get home from the supermarket. I'll chop them up and put them in containers filled with water in the fridge. They stay fresh for way longer, and that way it makes it so fast to throw meals together during the week. I'll also batch cook a protein like chicken or beef in a pot of rice. With those anchor items ready, I can mix and match without thinking too hard. This one is such a lifesaver. Cook up bigger portions of the meals you love, like curries, stir fries, chili, or pasta sauce, and portion them out and pop them in the freezer. On the nights when you've got zero energy, instead of going for takeout, you've got balanced meals ready to heat up that already fits your macros. Volume swaps. If you've been around here for a while, you know that I love volume eating. Busy people often skip meals, then end up overeating later. Instead, pack your meals with high-volume, low-calorie foods like zucchini noodles, cauliflower rice, or a big salad base. You'll still feel full and hit your goals. Grab-and-go snacks. I'm a big fan of keeping little snacks on hand. Protein bars, boiled eggs, fruit, or even pre-portioned snacks in your car. It stops those hanger moments when the vending machine looks way too tempting. Protein first. A busy schedule often means missing protein and then wondering why you're starving. I always build my meals around protein first. Chicken, fish, tofu, eggs, beans, and then layer in the carbs and fat. It means that it keeps you satisfied and makes it so much easier to hit your targets. Let's talk about my secret weapon when life is really flat out. Quick, savory meals that you can whip up in under 5 minutes. These are the ones that stop you from caving and ordering Uber Eats, and they're honestly so underrated. So here are a few of my favorites. A tuna and rice bowl. It's just microwave rice, tuna, light mayo, a squeeze of sriracha, and a bag of fresh veggies from the supermarket. Mix it all together and boom, high protein, filling, and done in minutes. An egg scramble wrap. 1 to 3 eggs, a handful of pre-cooked veggies from your water containers, a wrap, a sprinkle of cheese and hot sauce. Scramble, wrap, eat, zero effort. Chicken fried rice. Microwave rice, 1 cup of frozen vegetables, a handful of pre-cooked chicken, soy sauce, and chili to taste. You just basically heat everything together in a pan or the microwave and season, and you've got a fakeaway style in minutes. And another one of my favorites is a cheesy veggie quesadilla. A wrap, pre-cooked chicken or beans, a handful of chopped veggies, a sprinkle of light cheese, and some barbecue sauce. Fold, toast on each side for a minute, and it's gooey and delicious. The trick with these is to keep the key ingredients stocked. Microwave rice, wraps, frozen veggies, pre-cooked chicken, tins of tuna. When your fridge or pantry has these basics, you'll never be stuck for a quick meal that keeps you aligned with your goals. Now let's shift the gears into fitness, because when you're busy, getting your workouts in can feel impossible. But honestly, it doesn't have to be this huge complicated thing. A few smart hacks can help you stay consistent without needing hours in the gym. 10-minute workouts count. You don't need an hour to make progress. Even 10 to 15 minutes of bodyweight exercises, squats, push-ups, planks, lunges can fire up your whole body. Consistency matters way more than length. Steps as meetings. This is one of my favorite hacks. Take calls while walking, park further away, or get off public transport a stop early. Those little bits of extra movement can add up easily and get your 8 to 10k steps a day without finding extra time. If this feels too hard, try a weekly step target rather than a daily target. If your day looks different, don't stress if you can't hit 10k steps every single day. Instead, aim for a weekly step goal. That way, if some days are busier and you can only manage 5k, you can make up for it on the quieter days with longer walks. It takes the pressure off and makes the habit more sustainable. Lift heavy once or twice a week. If you can only make it to the gym a couple of times, focus on compound lifts. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, and rows. 2 strong sessions a week is enough to build muscle, change your body comp, and boost your metabolism. Schedule your workouts on quieter days. If you know your weekdays are jam-packed, plan your training around your quieter days. For example, block out time on the weekend for a solid gym session. Treat it like an appointment with yourself so it doesn't get pushed aside. Habit stacking. Pair a new fitness habit with something you already do. For example, every time you make your morning coffee, drop and do a 1-minute plank. Or do a quick stretch while brushing your teeth. It sounds silly, but it creates automatic routines without effort. Make movement social. Invite a friend for a walk. Join a group class, or even turn a date night into something active like bowling or mini golf. Movement doesn't always have to be working out. It's about keeping your body moving in ways that feels fun. Use travel as your advantage. If you're traveling or commuting, pack resistant bands or plan bodyweight circuits you can do anywhere. That way, you never feel like you've fallen off just because you're out of your usual routine. The bottom line is that you don't need perfection, just small, consistent movement woven into your life. Busy girls can absolutely get results when fitness feels flexible and doable. Let's finish with some lifestyle hacks, because weight loss and fitness aren't just about food and workouts. The way you structure your day and take care of yourself makes a massive difference, especially when life gets busy. Sleep like it's a part of your program. When your sleep slips, everything else feels harder. Your cravings are higher, your motivation drops, and your workouts feel 10 times heavier. Aim for 7 to 8 hours where you can, and try setting a bedtime routine just like you schedule your workouts. Hydration equals energy. Keep a water bottle with you at all time. When you're hydrated, your energy's better, your digestion's smoother, and you're less likely to confuse thirst with hunger. For most people, 2 to 3 liters a day is a solid goal. Plan and don't guess. Busy weeks are when planning matters most. Schedule your workouts on quieter days. Jot your meals in MyFitnessPal or on your notes app. and even block out your food shop in your calendar. When it's in the diary, it's easier to follow through. And grace over guilt. Here's a big one. If you miss a workout or you have a day off with food, don't spiral. Just reset at your next meal or at your next session. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about stringing together as many consistent days as you can. Protect your bandwidth. Busyness can make you feel like you're running on empty. Saying no to things that drain you or setting boundaries around your time is just as important as saying yes to things that move you forward. Your energy is limited and spend it wisely. So babe, if you've been telling yourself you're too busy, I hope this episode showed you that it's not about being perfect, it's just about being consistent. Those small daily habits really do add up, and even in the busiest seasons, you can make progress without sacrificing your whole life. If this gave you a little motivation boost or made you think, okay, I can do this, then please do me a quick favor, hit follow, give the show a 5-star rating, and leave a review. It honestly means so much, and it's the best way to help this cozy little corner of the internet grow so more women can find it. And if you know a friend who's also constantly saying she's too busy for her health, then send her this episode. Sometimes that's all it takes to show somebody that they can really fit in. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I love these chats with you, and I can't wait to see you back here next week.